Over 9 million people in the UK suffer from osteoarthritis, don't they? And especially, it's worse in the winter, isn't it?
It's a really tough thing to live with. So osteoarthritis refers to the osteo-arth bit, refers to pain in your bony joints, and any itis is inflammation. So that's what itis means. We tend to think of two different kinds of arthritis. There's inflammatory arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis, where your body, your immune system starts attacking your joints. And then we conventionally think of osteoarthritis as a kind of wear and tear thing. Your body just starts to wear out. Well, it would be lovely today to try and bust that myth a bit, because your body is not like an old washing machine. It's not like a car. The more you use it, the more it does not fall apart, okay? So you can see from that diagram, the whole joint is involved. So rather than wear and tear, think of wear and repair. Your body is constantly fixing itself. So that's the emphasis I want you to think about today. If you're sitting at home uncomfortable and feeling pessimistic about it all, in fact, there are things we can do.
So you talk about wear and repair. Are there any specific causes which lead to osteoarthritis? So
first of all, most osteoarthritis starts with a joint injury, but that could have been a long time ago early in life. We know that if you get a joint injury where you get a bit of blood in the joint, that seems to significantly increase your risk of it, and that may change the management of those acute injuries in the future. But anyone who's been an athlete, anyone who's been using their body, like, you'll definitely know you've got injuries at some point.
I thought you were going to say you'll definitely get.
Well, no. But most of it's in the post for a lot of us, okay? So then the other causes are important, where rather than thinking about a single joint wearing out, your entire body is involved in maintaining itself. And so if you're in an inflamed state where you're not exercising enough, you're not eating right, you're smoking, those things can actually make it worse. So it's important to give your body the opportunity to heal. Your joints, next time you eat meat, next time you buy a piece of chicken, have a look at it when it's raw and look at the joint surface. And if you feel that surface, the friction of cartilage is less than ice, okay? It's unbelievably smooth and slippery. So that's the surface that your body is trying to maintain.
Okay, so they're the causes. What are the symptoms?
You know what? Okay, so the symptoms are you can get swelling of the joint as it gets inflamed. Pain is a common symptom, but also a kind of creakiness, a crepitus, a crackling of the joints. But in fact, the main symptom is nothing, is not moving. So you'll see people who, to manage pain, people are very good at managing pain by simply sitting still. And so your movement goes down, you take less time to prepare good food, and you're in a real downward spiral. And there'll be lots of people out there today, we've got an energy crisis, it's cold in the flat, and you're kind of sitting still and you do not feel like moving. That's really, really tough on people. So no judgment from me if that's the situation you're in. But in fact, movement is really, really important as a treatment.
Yeah, you don't think of that, do you? Yeah. What about prevention then? How do you prevent it? I can see a few messages coming in here about taking supplements.
Yeah.
Jan in particular asking about omega-3.
Yeah. So taking omega-3, so things like fish oils, are really popular, and the supplement industry has been really good at marketing to people with joint pain because not a lot traditionally works. There's not a miracle cure, a magic bullet, and a lot of painkillers don't work brilliantly in the long term. So taking oil supplements feels like it's going to kind of lubricate your joints as if it's a machine. In fact, the evidence that they work is really very minimal. Like I know, you used to take a lot of supplements.
I did. I used to swear by fish oils and omega-3 and zinc and stuff like that. Yeah.
Spend the money from those things on good food. So good oils in your diet, olive oil, walnuts, a range of fruit and veg. And then when I talk about, if you think about treatments and ways of improving it, there's not a magic bullet, but movement is really key. Most people with osteoarthritis think that by exercising, they will harm their joints. In fact, it is the opposite. So, within the limits of your pain, if you can get moving, my dad, for instance, does Tai Chi. It's a martial art, involves very slow movement, lots of balance, but it limbers you up. Staying warm is really important. So things like you can get little electric blankets. Some people find ice works as well. That may work. But small electric blankets, you can apply specific heat. And improving your diet. And weight loss is good. Partly it reduces the strain on joints, but also weight loss gets your body in a better state to heal.
And a bit of turmeric in there, you say?
Dr. Rupi's always talking about it. The evidence that turmeric has some anti-inflammatory effects is reasonably good. So if it's something you're happy to cook with and experiment with, go for it. But otherwise, a wide range, variety of fruit and veg is good.
He's always got a good recipe for turmeric. We can catch that up on the iPlayer as well. Thanks, Xand. Really interesting stuff, as always. And we're going to stay with medical matters now. And